You know, I was wondering how best to approach this. So, as readers and viewers have noticed, nothing has really gone up since late December, January. And you may be curious if you're somebody who has enjoyed my stuff. In fact, I noticed during my hiatus, we got some new followers, both on YouTube and on my website directly, which means somebody actually wants to read my articles. Hello to all of you. Hope you, now that when I start operations again, I hope you enjoy what you see. But you're probably wondering, what's exactly been going on? Why hasn't anything popped up since you started following me and the rest of the followers for the past few months? Well, people who follow me on Twitter and Facebook have at least heard that I've been sick, that I've been in the hospital numerous times. Winter has not been very good to me. Why don't we start at the beginning and slowly work my way to it. I'm not going to bog you down in details. I'm just going to give you the highlights, the important stuff, stuff that you realize, yeah, I had a good reason to not be around for a while. So we'll start with late December, like the last week or so, just after Christmas. I started getting pain down my stomach, and it would be there and then it would go away and come back and go away. Eventually it stopped going away, and I had a few other issues that I was having. I was starting to lose my appetite. So went to the doctor. He had me go to the ER to get tests because this way we could find answers now instead of waiting for insurance to approve the tests. That would take like 2 days, and I've been feeling bad for a few weeks at this point. So, go to the ER, get tests, and they admit me because I was doing bad. Turned out I had an infection called diverticulitis. It could have been bad enough to get surgery, but I was lucky enough that all I needed was antibiotics. So I was there for maybe 2 weeks. Went home. Was still feeling pain on my left side of my stomach. So after a while dealing with that, we had because it wasn't really going away. So more tests. I've taken so many tests this year. I've taken more tests this year than I ever took in all the years I went to school. But, so more tests, and we found out that my colon is inflamed. In fact, the surgeon was who also saw me for the diverticulitis, because like I said, that would have been surgery, said he would rather have me wait until I was stronger, but because my colon was starting to rub up against the inflamed part of the colon was starting to rub up against my liver, I needed surgery as soon as possible. So he directed me to a specialist. He said we should probably go to a bigger hospital. Chose one from the list he gave that was really close to where I live. He knew a guy there who was a very good surgeon. Explained what he was going to do, what the problem was, everything. I felt really comfortable after talking to him, which is good because I had to have surgery. The hope was that we could remove the part of the colon that was bothering me, reconnect it, and then I'd be fine. Although there was a possibility that I wouldn't be strong enough for the reconnection and I'd still have to wear a bag. But it was also possible that I wouldn't. So we scheduled robotic surgery, and everything was going to be good until the week before, to the day that I was supposed to have the robotic surgery. I was in super huge pain. So I had so much that I had to be rushed to the hospital by ambulance. The first of 2 ambulance trips, by the way. We'll get to that. And so, tests again. And then the doctor pretty much said, no, you got to take surgery now. We can't wait till next week. So forget the robot, had normal surgery. And yes, got the bag. Possibility in September it can be reversed, so that'll probably be another hiatus just in time to miss Jake and Leon's anniversary again. What am I going to do? I kind of wanted to not die. So, but that so I had to deal with that. I had to have that surgery. That was about a month recovery in the hospital, plus 2 weeks at a convalescent home. Really nice place. People really took care of me. Really nice nurses. Some cute ones. Tried connecting with one of them, didn't work out. No, story of my life. Well, you're surprised. Hey, it was only the one nurse. Not like I hit on every single nurse in the hospital and the convalescent home. So I was in the home for about 2 weeks and came back to my home. Lasted a day and a half, maybe 2, depending how you want to count it. Come down Saturday morning. Come downstairs, turn a look at the TV to see what my dad was watching. Next thing I know, I am looking sideways at the base of the chair because I had passed out. And then when my dad tried to help me out, I passed out again. Long story short, plus another trip to the hospital via ambulance, I have a blood clot in my leg, and we think that part of it broke off, went up to my lung, and thankfully disintegrated, so it didn't get to my heart. Praise God. I'm not even kidding. I'm seriously praising God for that one. As much as the help, thanks I give to the doctors, I also give praise to God. Have to. It's in my nature. So, and I was lucky. I had the best doctors and best nurses that I could get. No complaints about really any of them. So that's why I passed out, but that seems to be gone. I just did a lung breathing test with a lung doctor place earlier this week, and flying colors. So I've pretty much been so with all those 3 events, I have been in recovery for the past few months. April, I was in the convalescent home during Easter, and next week or so after that. So I've pretty much spent April trying to recover. Had a visiting nurse, I got a visiting therapist. I've been learning my exercises. I've got various arm and leg exercises that are supposed to help strengthen me up, work my balance. I don't need the cane around the house, anymore, except on the stairs. So I'm making some good progress. That's why I felt comfortable to finally come here and do this video to say, this is why I haven't been able to produce anything. I haven't written any articles, haven't made any comics, haven't produced any videos. And I still have some videos that are like partly done that need to get finished. Last year's ConnectiCon, I still have the last press junket, which will be my last press junket. I'll get to that. I got one more panel to do, and I have a fun thing that I did with a bunch of other reviewers. So, hang on, I need... I did with some other reviewers. If you also happen to be a follower of Mikey Insanity, you've already seen his angle on it. Got together with a bunch of other reviewers, Vega, Mikey Insanity, 2 of my reviewers unknown, fellow refugees, Chris the Nerd and Ione of the Sports Reel. and Kaluna and Craig or Ben, I don't know. I think it's Craig from Kaluna Reviews. I guess she's friends with Chris and Matt and Mikey. I think they're all on, I want to say Geek Vision, but of course Kaluna's also on Channel Awesome. So I got to hang out with a Channel Awesome producer for maybe a half hour. We played this game called Super Table Flip, which is, you get this little table accessory and you pound on it to get mad and build your meter up, and then you flip it up, and there's all these little scenarios that you're supposed to get mad about, and then when you flip it, you try to cause as much damage as you can. It's kind of fun. I kind of want to take that video as an opportunity to play around with the editing a bit, so that's going to take a while to come out. I would have had it out sooner, but I've had distractions even before I got sick. So I've got that to do. There's a video that I started when I had a little more mass, because I lost a lot of weight. I probably lost like 30-40 pounds during the course of this thing. Like, I lost like 20 pounds in a couple of weeks, and I was really thin. Like, my hands were thin, almost like bony hands almost. It was freaky. I'm getting to a point where some of my pants fit me again, with the belts. Not quite all yet. This shirt's first time I've worn one of these shirts since I got sick, so I don't know if this would have been baggy on me or not. I don't know if you can see it here. You can kind of see the outline of my bag, or at least the bump from it. But that'll hopefully in September that won't be a problem anymore. But it's the only thing I want to do, because I want to try to expand my video work. I want to try to get some more reviews out. This is just some silly little thing I did for fun. It's kind of a pilot to see if anybody would watch these if I did more of them. I'm going to keep the rest of that a surprise. I also like to get back to writing my articles again. After all this time, I completely blew the Jake and Leon storyline that I was working on, with Jake meeting his family in California. It's the second time I've had a storyline ruined on me. The other time was during Friday Night Fights. I was doing a running gag, and that got killed off because I got sick on the final day. But on the day of that tournament, so that annoyed me. Still, I've got more, so I got to do the rest of the convention videos in time for ConnectiCon 2016, which I will not be attending this year. Apparently, I can't get a press pass because ConnectiCon has followed Comic-Con in deeming that you have to have a certain number of views to get a press pass. So now you got to be one of the popular kids at the two biggest conventions in the state. That saddens me, because I've been doing the convention since 2009. I missed 2011. 2012 was when I first got my press pass, and I got to do all these cool things. If a thing was full, I still have standing room, which is I'd be standing anyway to record the panel. So that was a cool thing. I could do that. I got to do the press junket, which means I actually got to ask questions of major celebrities, and a few minor celebrities. But I mean, I've talked to Marina Sirtis, and I've asked questions of Marina Sirtis, and I don't remember. Did I ask any questions of Walter Jones in that press junket? I don't think so. I think I got to ask questions of Noah Hathaway during his junket. So that was pretty cool. And this year they got some big celebrities. None of the Star Trek performers from actors who were at last year's ConnectiCon showed up there at the press junkets. Although at least Nichelle Nichols had an excuse. She had just recovered from a heart attack. The fact that she was there at all was amazing. My My cousin's husband's brother-in-law actually got to meet her at the airport. She was going to leave. Fun story there. But so I can't get a press pass. I still don't have any serious income coming in. I've got, like, I'm getting $5 through Patreon. This is pretty much my income right now. If I wasn't still living with my dad, I would be kind of screwed right now. Seriously. But it means that I can't afford to get the regular admission, so I can't even record the panels and do the interviews or walk around and do the cosplay videos. And since I don't have enough views to get the press pass, I can't do the press junket. And I tried asking them how many views do I need, and never got an answer from them. So it's quite possible that I may never be able to get a press pass unless I suddenly get a whole lot of readers or my view count goes up that I can try to go in as a video producer. Because I do a lot of videos on ConnectiCon, I could probably get away with it. But I couldn't get any answers from them as to how many views. They never got back to me. And the guy who used to do the press connections, Leo, who also does conmen.tv, he isn't doing that anymore. So I don't know anything about this new guy. I don't know how well he gets along with the press. Leo is one of us, so he was able to get us a press room. We had cake. He put the press junket on a better schedule, although it meant missing a few panels. We used to have to get up dead early in the morning and try to interview everybody in one sitting. They spread it out over 3 days and put it at a somewhat better hour. So obviously I don't know what the press junket schedule is going to be now, whether or not there'll be a press room. I won't be able to use either resource, so I guess it doesn't matter. And even then, I'll only be able to attend one day, because last year I tried going back and forth between home and the Hartford Civic Center. That was a mistake. It actually ended up, that commute and trying to get everything arranged for it kind of killed a little bit of my mood. I didn't enjoy last year as much as I should have. And that's not even counting the fact that last year my mother passed away. So already I'm kind of in a bad state. I thought ConnectiCon would help me feel better, and didn't help me feel worse, but I couldn't get into it as much because of the commute and just other hassles. I didn't even get to do the Artist Alley interviews that I did, the interviews from the con. I didn't get to do that last year. And I'm not going to get to do that this year because I'm not going to be able to get up there. I can't afford the dues. I can't afford a hotel. Because if I'm going to go do this thing, I'd maybe be able to go one day. If I had the press pass, or if I had about $40, $50, something like that. I could attend one day. I would much rather attend all 3 days, but to do that, I would have to get a hotel room where I go in Thursday night and check out sometime Sunday, or even Monday would be better. But I don't have that option because I don't have the press pass. Can't afford a hotel room, especially as closer we get to the convention, the more expensive the hotels become, because ConnectiCon is a big event. Riverfest happens at the same time, and that's a big deal. And I remember one year we had those things plus a bunch of weddings going on. So, yeah, that was a tough year to get a hotel. Surprised I pull that off. But this year, I can't afford a hotel room. I can't afford the membership dues, and I can't get approved for a press pass because I am not one of the popular kids anymore. And apparently that's a thing now. And I don't know how many of the other conventions can do it. Comic-Con did that a few years ago. Brass City is only not like a 99 cents admission fee, so that's gonna be easy to get into. Camp Anime, which is going on right now in the rain, so I feel really sorry for the attendees this year. We're also missing Free Comic Book Day. But I'm also missing Free Comic Book Day. I can't drive. A friend of mine is getting me some of the comics because he has a comic book store near him, but I won't be able to get them till next week. So I may just do an article on that rather than live tweeting the reviews like I usually do. So I'll just write an article to go up maybe next Tuesday because I won't get them until next Saturday. But and there's like tons of other conventions coming up. New Haven, some comic con in New Haven. I forget the name offhand. I'm not gonna be able to go to that. I can't drive right now because I'm still recovering. I'm just gotten to the point where I can walk around the house without the canes. Driving's probably still going to be a while before I get to drive. Hartford Comic Con, probably gonna miss that, and I am kind of curious if the stuff that I complained about when I did the review the first year. I'm hoping they addressed some of those by now, but I won't know until I get there. I know when I did my Relog, they contacted me and said, yeah, we are actually going to address a couple of things that you brought up. Some things are not in our control because that's the building's issues, not ours. But, I like to think they improved since then. I'd like to go check it out. And they have panels, so I could do installments of BW paneling. I'm not going to make it. Retro World in October. I'll be recovering from hopefully recovering from the reconnection surgery, because I'm hoping to have that. So that means that with the reconnection surgery, I won't be able to attend Retro World this year. I wanted to go last year. I missed it because I wasn't sure. I got the timing wrong. This year, I'll be recovering from the second surgery, so I won't be able to go to that either. I think that's all the conventions in Connecticut. So at best, I may make just the one. Just make Brass City, if that's still going on. I actually need to check to make sure that's still happening this year. I hope it is. Nice little convention. I know people there. It's like I don't really know people at the other convention. Well, reviewers showed up last year, so I knew people there. Maybe there'll be a few more this year. Would be nice. I want to get some more of the people I know in the webcomic circles in there too, as well, because there are a lot of pretty good webcomics there. But I actually know people at Brass City, including a couple of famous people in the business. I see Frank McLaughlin there every year. I see Dave, I don't know his name, Makis. Maybe am I pronouncing that wrong, but he's been there. He says hi to me when I show up, so that's pretty cool. And of course, the organizers, I know them. So that's probably going to be the only convention I get to attend, if any of them. So I might get a cosplay video out of that, might get an interview video out of that, and then that's going to be it. So I'm hoping to make up for that by getting caught up on the other videos that I have to do, maybe doing some more reviews. I'd like to get to a point where I'm doing a review a month, up until the time that I go in for my some video of a month before I go in for my next surgery, for the reconnection surgery. But yeah, that's where I stand. I'm getting there. I'm recovering. Won't be going to too many conventions this year. I'll be missing ConnectiCon, which saddens me because I love going to ConnectiCon. I love talking about ConnectiCon, encouraging my fellow geeks to go to ConnectiCon, ConnectiCon is awesome. Go if you have the chance, even though they won't let me give me a press pass anymore. I still think it's a great convention. Y'all should go see it if you have the opportunity. And then in September, I'm going to probably be on a hiatus again for the reconnection surgery. And with all that, I think I've said everything I need to say. I hope to get back to BW production before May ends. If you see a Jake and Leon comic, it means that I'm back to work, because maybe a slow return. I may not get back to the comic reviews for a while. It may just be the regular articles and then get the comic reviews in, or maybe the other way around. Maybe I'll just do the daily retro comic reviews because I'm still not buying new comics, and save the articles. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I'm up to get back to doing work, which, you know, I got a couple of weeks to hopefully do it in May. No promises. It depends on how well I can focus, if anything else goes wrong, and what are things I got to do. But this has been a really crap year. The best it's ever going to hold to do is be on the same level as 2015, because 2015 took my mom and my last grandparent. But 2016 is doing everything it can to become my worst year ever by personally attacking me. And I'm dealing with it the best I can. I've got a lot of support from my family. Some of you out there give me well wishes. My friends have given me well wishes. People have said they were praying for me and everything, which was always really good. And wondering, some people have been wondering where I've been, which is why I did this video. And then I've had new people subscribe to the YouTube channel and even subscribe to my website, so which means they're interested in my articles. There are people on YouTube who are interested in my videos. So, that makes me feel good that even though I'm on hiatus, there are people interested in the material I've created to see if I'm going to create more. And I plan to. I plan to get back to work as soon as possible, writing articles, making comics, producing videos, and anything else that comes to mind as I continue to examine the art of storytelling through multimedia. And with that, I guess I will sign off now and let everybody get back to their lives. And you are not getting rid of me that easy. I am still here. I will be here till at least September. And then I will go away again for a while, and then I will come back again, and hopefully not leave for a long time. Because I am sick of being tired and tired of being sick, and I am really just done with this whole thing. Till then, I have no actual ending tags, but I do have some more article ideas that I want to come with. Some of them are part of my art improvement, as will one of my video ideas help me with my art improvement, and will still be interesting for you guys because it's part of a topic. And I have other video ideas that I would love to put together and see if I can make them work. All of that is in the future. At present, I am just focusing more on my recovery, so that I don't have any relapses or any other problems. And that's all I've got to say. Thank you for your support and your patience. You will be seeing more from me soon enough.